I know maybe I just advise. Allow me to share my screen, and maybe we have something small. Got to continuing up from where we stopped. So I'll just open my Access. This is my app Access. So when you load your last week you said that when you load your Access, this is the interface. You see over the surface, the screen you're gonna see as the welcome screen. So we're gonna create a database from scratch. Let us create a database from scratch. When you create your database from scratch, you're gonna find this nti bajja kugamba nti unlike other byetu say what nti ogenda mu servers here nti when you create you can get this option of just renaming that file you are creating before even going to servers option and do what. So here we have the chance to rename our file. So our today's lesson, we said we are calling on the project called the Global Institute. Let me rename it Global Institute. Global Institute. Let me just put Global Institute to save them. So, another name of the file, isn't it? Whenever storage path.
Yeah.
So whenever storage path kitegeeza nti egenda kuba stored where and how kale mu kifo ki mu computer yo oba online oba ogenda kukozesa drive kyonna kyoba ogenda okukozesa storinga nabagamba nti oba toli satisfied with this default one you can browse always okuba tugeze olina folder gyo creating the screen, then you go to desktop yekuwadde folder yo gyo creating. Then to me I created a folder earlier over last week. It was called database lessons. I can select that one and I open and I click OK. So it will come here, the name of the file and the storage path will change here. One will want to desktop. What is the folder where I'm storing this? It is called database. So after confirming that, it means that file you're creating again desktop folder you are creating on desktop. So you just click on create. Obviously we're gonna get in what you call access inside a file you're creating. Confirming until you are inside the file, ojja kulaba waggulu ajja kulaba erinnya lya file eyo. Mugiraba file erinnya lye.
Yazid.
Yes.
Yazid, awo wenjagala okubuuza wemaliza nze okusevinga eri oba tugambe ku document oba desktop wenzija wano mu datasheet view eno ku all ku navigation pane table endaga nti ndi savings
awo tetuna one eri file erinnya lya file
kati gwe akako kazze
eno table one eri kyetuva saving
table one
eno table one tetunagi creating akegiramu by default kyetuva saving it is the Global Institute. This is the name of the file. Let me hope mugiraba and you grayed out but you can see it. I told you one wolabira title ya file yo. This is the title. So tugenda kulaba when you create a table and you name it and how it appear. So when you renaming a file, the entire file, you know one waggulu tukisobola okiraba. So that is the file. Era thank you to raise that one. Most of you are confused. Aware simanyi mukyabuzibwa how to save a file, how to rename a table, how to save kale ebintu ebibabuzaabuza saving n'omuntu how to create a folder ku desktop yo ne how to navigate oba okulookinga file gye wa creating. Omuntu ayinza okuleetinga n'agamba nakukosewa kange naye munoonya mu computer simulabako nga tamanyi bya mu savings. But those things, I think, when you come and discuss, move byangu because mwabiga
Teacher
ku
nothing
fundamental. What?
Ada nakusembuuza kakati kayire kidamya jibineninga
Osobola
ebyoga gyetugambe
yes, you can rename it. Yes, you can rename it. But here, when you want to rename it, you go to File tab, you go to Save As. Over, you go to Folder. Folder yeliwa. Folder, let me look for folder. Folder yeliwa, database lesson. You click on the folder, file ejja kubeerayo. File eno webeerayo, it means yeno. Right click on it, ejja kuwa option you are renaming yeno one. You can rename it from here. That is, I think I've answered that question. So that is how we can deal with these things. So, how we can do these things, and you're okay with that. So our major aim last week was how to create a table. Specifically, and I want to enter some of the data in a table. Most of you have that idea. I'm just happy with that. Check it. Muli na idea how to enter data, and that is the first step. And most of you, abalina aim you're getting a job. I don't think it will or call an interview, they focus on hard things. No, they focus on these simple things. How do you enter data? How do you manage data in your computer? How do you fail a man? How do you save a man fail, and how do you look for the fail? Buntu to be very simple. Ngabagen by testing. How are you like? Oli oyagala computer chibabaga kale okozesa computer ngechaba kwagala mchoka. It's not about it. Baja kubuza that question is. However, the it may come when you are very many. Tibagala kunu selecting the better one. Over check it. So now when you open a file and you create it a field, it will come with always with a default table, a table one. For you may not want this table, you just close it, will go away. It means that you are here, you are inside the access, but you don't have any object you are the one to create. So our major aim first to create table, because table to argument was to storing the data. We do modification, whatever we want to do in an access, we depend on this table or the data we store in the table. So our data is stored in form of table. So we need to create a table. We said how to create a table. We have this
default table. Did you
you just close it here. It goes because it has nothing. When you close it from here, it will go. So it's upon you to create a table. And I told you, when you want to create a table, always define your field name. Field name nabagamba when abasoma kwa Excel zibanga column heading. Ebera wanoti name, what city, phone number, what ngazija zepanga wezi. That is what we call field name. So we design a table depending on first define or create a field name. So how it's advisable to create a table in design, because we are gonna define our field name in design view. Kwagamba tulina data sheet view ni design view. So I'm gonna design a table in design. So when you click there, you can see we're gonna design a table from a design view. So let me hope to wano mumanyiwo a field name mujimanyi, data type mujimanyi. So today our aim chenjagala tuyigeko, our major aim is very simple. Tugenda kulaba ku ID. Ekigambo mukiraba nti ekigambo ID kibeera woba ni default table kijjawo nti ID. tugenda kulaba kye bayita data type gye bayita auto number in simple terms. Let me click here and I show you what I'm talking about. There's this one called auto number. If I select data type as auto number, it means it here I'll get something in accounting number. Let me teach you one thing. Mulaba example jengendo over very simple. Mulaba abamu mwakwenda mwakola ko company. Let me request someone who aina background I'm muting so. Mwakola ko company. Mulaba nti buli muntu bamuwa file number. Oba bamuwa nti employee name ID. Oba bamuwa nti ono customer ID. Ne bamuwa number any digit. Digit is varying according to your company gyokolera. The logic behind that baba agala kufuna uniqueness. Fwena tukimanyi nti osobola okuba ne ba Yazid basatu mu company oba mu adani Yazid nga abantu bafaananya amannya naye nga they of different kind, different color faces, different nga balina amannya ga njawulo but they are Yazid. Oba osobola okukozesa basaala tugeze saala nga they are very many in your company nga bayinza okuba nga n'amannya abiri nga bagafaananya. It is very possible to happen. Naye kyebayita number auto number, it means nti number 1 ajasigala number 1, number 2 ajasigala number 2, number it means nti here in Access we don't allow what we call duplicate over repetition. Nti once you enter data for someone, if it is called Yazid and you have assigned Yazid as number 1, it means it will remain forever. Yazid is gonna be number 1. Tugambye nti tugenda kukozesa kye bayita company yafu gye bayita Global Institute Metrocoastal. Tugenda agamba nti our column field name gye tugenda okukozesa, let us assume nti tulina ba student, we call it student. Student tugenda kuwa ba student number. Now this time tugenda referring at student ID. Let us name this. I prefer writing in this format.
Teacher, please. My question was there. Simanya watching your denga si ngagundi yange budeko simanyi.
Ndachidamo chinyumira. Don't worry.
Okay.
So let us first give student ID. Right to giving a student ID, to assuming at our Global Institute, tuyinza okubaamu nga tulina banamu namwase as oba namugaya oba the people nga bali basatu nga they resemble nga balina amanya ganja nga abiri nga bafaanaganya amanya. So we give student number to differentiate them. Okubanga student ali number 1 oyo student tugambe nti student number 1 oba yesaala nga ne student tu yesaala, we just know that Sala number 1 is not the same person as Sala number 2. They are different persons. So ekitugabisa ID oba ekigabisa companies ID oba ekigabisa items zetugula ku duka nti eno item erina serial number weight, eno item ekigabisa ezo number ezo kuba iri unique nti eri item tegenda kuba the same item. However, ziyinza okuba zifaanaga nti olina nga balina emigati n'emigati 100 naye emigati 100 guli mugati gustaninga alone nti guno mugati na guno mugati na guno mugati, to avoid repetition.
Ese mama jati agenza
oba mufunamu ka idea yako kasubire abakoleddeko company zino babawa file number, babawa employee ID, abo bakisobola okitegeera nti muyinza okubamu nga beba Yazid mu company nga muli basatu naye nga of which buli oyo employee alina different employee ID. It means nti oliwo aba 996 oli ajja kuba 997 oli what it means nti basaininga numbers accordingly nti zirina kuba unique to uniquely identify different person oba to different items. kansubire ekyo kiri clear. So wano tusobola okugamba nti so in most cases ng'okweyagala okugeneratinga something which is auto number. Lwaki tunoze auto number? Lwaki noze auto number? Auto number kitegeeza nti 1 2 3 kitegeeza nti access yo erina ability to just give you a number nga tekola repetition ejja counting up from number 1 up to where you want to end, but nga same number yonna. This is the type of this data. Auto number ejja representing nti ono number 1 ono number 2 access yennyini ejja kuwanga number naye nga tezimu. So let us read name, first name. Let us write first name. Then here we said we can choose short text. Second name, short text again. Then tugenda kulaba date of birth, D-O-B. Twagamba no you select what you call date, stock time. Then twalaba nti maybe let us use this one. They are very enough to see our major aim kyetwaga otegera leero ID, how to use ID, these numbers we're gonna see. So after that we're gonna save this table to renaming erinnya lyaffe lye twagala. So I can just decide to close here. I can get the prompt thinking you want to save these changes. Yes, I will say yes. So they will give me that prompt of renaming. I will say student maybe student details. So I'll click OK. When I click OK, they will say until I will just say yes. So I will see this table becoming here. So let us see. Let us open this table. You can see student ID, first name, second name, busy one. So let us write the first name. I will say Mukama. You can see it. Ngwemba ntetinze erinnya number 1 is 1. So I will write another one, maybe Musa. Ono bamuwadde number 2. Wayinza okuba nga waliwo Mukama omulala. Nja kuwandika Mukama again. Ojja kuba nti ono Mukama ate bamuwadde number 3. Wayinza okuba wa Musa omulala. Ono Musa bajjamuwa number 4. Which means this one they are different persons. Nge baba signing the number of identifying Mukama eyasooka okuyingira tugeze mu project yaffe yaba number 1 kyekino identifying. That's why n'ogenda mu companies zenene balina file number wogendayo nti nze bampitagunda oli akubuuza ekibuuzo oli gwogenza concerning what tugeze ogenze ya HR oba ogenze ajja kubuuza what is your file number, which means nti your file number iyo kesoko yesobola okupreorganizing negamba nti ono ye gundi omugeze womutegera ku ideas movie picking mugezaako bikipiking.
Yeah, we are trying to come
So wetuba tutegedde nti always nti auto number wetuba tugenze mu ID ekira kyentabagamba wano mu table kiri very simple. Can you mute yourself over? Aina echoes. So kyentabagamba mu table nti when you just select something it will automatically save it. Wandika mu ekintu kyonna ng'okola entering data wano entering mu data kigenda kuba saved provided you move away from that. Tekiringa Excel nti you need to do save. No. Here even if I close a table, obviously I will gain those content because it doesn't need me to do save what no. So kitubadde twogerako kibadde kya auto number when you are in design mode. This auto number data as a data type. auto number kitegeeza nti access ejja kubalira ejja kuwandiikira nti from number 2 number 3 number 3 kati ekibuuzo kijja kuvaawo oli ajja kumbuuza nti nze nkolera company naye ffe tetukozesa numbers ffe tukozesa mulimu letters ni numbers ne bateekawo nti t maybe 33 oba d nga bo balina kodi zaabwe it means nti bo bagifuula column ya identifying naye tebakozesa auto number tebayagala access ebateerawo numbers kyobo kye baakola kyali kintu kimu bakozesa text format because it is a mixture of letter and figure. So kisobola okukola ekintu ekyagenda okuidentifying all the workers in our company okubanga to customizing according to our will. Tugeze company ng'eno Global Institute so bogamba nti ffe abakozi baffe we twaga over identifying oba student baffe tuteeka konti G01 G2 G2 twegamba ng'ojja n'ogamba nti nze ndi G03 ntega nti yego gundi nga record zo gye ziri. That is how these things work. So we tuba tutegedde nti how anti tutegedde nti auto number kikyekola aba column first column kikyekola kyetugenda okuddamu okwogera kiri ku kintu ekyo primary key. Ebintu byonna bibasindikira mu PowerPoint. Let me hope nti you read these things about a primary key. It is a unique identifier. A primary key yekyekola kiri kintu kimu nti eyo column obango giteeseko restriction. I don't want to do any repetition. Tisaga kulaba weba number 1 nti ono gundi ali number saga kuddamu number 1. No, as it is in Excel nti Excel so musere mo so teeka number 1 no gamba wansi nti yes ni number 1 ndiateka number 1. But this one it will not allow it to happen. How to assign primary key? Just click or select this column erimu ID gye twagala okozesa okuidentifying omuntu nti ono yegundi. So eyo column oba erimu field name egyo oba selecting, then go to here primary key, it will be there. Just click on it, it will be assigned. Ojja tegeera nti it is assigned oba teri assigned. If you select this one and you see it is like this, it is not there. So make sure that you assign it, click on it. Ojja laba nti wonna clickingamu ejja kuba activated, ejja kukyusa color. So ojja kulaba na wana akasumuzo kalaga wano nti this is a primary key. What is its function? To uniquely identify. How to identify it? It will not allow you to do what we call repetition when you are typing. Kitegeeza nti wonna selecting a first name as a repetition, as not just assigning a count primary key. It means they will not allow you to repeat typing someone's name over no damu. Tugeze Mukama, no damu ti Mukama. No, it will not allow you. So make sure that when you are selecting a primary key, the first principle, very simple, must be having some a field name which is showing something which is nga techiding oba techidingana oba it's not of repetition. Nga tusobola okuba same name but even different, even date of birth nga zifaanagana ekisoboka oba kiyinza okuba nti date of birth bayinza okuba nga waliwo abalina ezifaanagana nga balina amanya ganjawulo naye nga balina okuba ekitegeeza nti eno tetusobola gikozesa. Omuntu asobola okuba ni first name nga tefaanana ya mulala naye nga alina second name nga zifaanagana. Omuntu asobola okuba ni date of birth nga bali abakumi tebazifaanagana naye nga waliwo ate abafaanaganya date of birth, which means this one doesn't qualify to have what you call primary key. A primary key we select something when we see that it will uniquely identify that maybe field. Nga we tulina nti number sisuubira nti if you go to data view, data sheet view, sisuubira, yes we want to see, sisuubira nti one, if I come here and I say I want to repeat and I take number 1, it will not allow me. Musobola okuwulira sika sound, it will not allow me. If I try to send it, no, let me save and I put second name as a primary key. Nenteka ku second name. It means if I take something which is repeating, it will not allow me. Let us go and do what we call experimentation, and we see. So let us go to design view, and we say this one, it is the primary key. Now we can just remove it and we deactivate from there. So we come to second name and we apply primary key. Yes, we save. So we're gonna click here and we apply the changes and so okay, and we save. Let us go to datasheet. So the first, they said you must first save the table. Okay. Do you want to save the table now? Let me click yes. And the primary key cannot contain null value. So it means here the value we chose is wrong here. Here, this is the what? The short date. Maybe let me see. Let me transfer this one to be the first one. Let me write here something like second name, then we let us delete this one and maybe we try to put here and we see whether it allows us. It will not allow us because it is essentially this one is the name you are dealing with, so it cannot allow us to do such. So that is the challenge. The access it can just names can repeat, this one can repeat. So this way of allowing a search to happen when you're entering data. That's why in our government in access we do what we call we limit to somewhere in the table. That's why if we write here like student ID, and we save this. Let me try and see it allow, because it is not for ID that it could be the numbers which you're gonna kugenda sequence into 1 2 3 4 5 6, not repeatedly. Otajja kuddamu erinnya ng'onagamba nti Musa n'oddamu ate ono yegundi Musa ono yegundi Musa. So that is what we call auto number as data type and primary key as a unique identifier to your maybe data. So let me hope to solve the tegira. Not says 01. If you open your PowerPoint, you can understand it better. Let me open it. Maybe if you open that work, it is in PDF, I think. It will be in PDF format. So there is a page which is having that part of that is specifically primary key. From here, I told you you read these things from here. Let us maybe I think here. No, this is data type. Let me hope you went through this and you saw the different kind of data type. We're gonna see each and everything, but my concern is about primary key. Today we want to see. So we have this one. It is called, what is a key field? A key field is that field you to select in the take primary key. That is the key field. Again, the identifying over here primary key. Your key field. Then what is a primary key? Most table must have a primary key, which is the one field that is used for in a relationship and to identify the record. So that is the importance. Another thing, Bagameti. What is the this is the definition. Any identifier that can identify every row. The first row, it must be unique. The second one, it can't be empty. So that is the importance of that primary key. So another key, another key notes you can not maybe you must know. We have different types of key. So I've just talked about primary key, but we have even other called national key. This one also creating. You can read this one and you see. And if someone is using employee ID, which case this one is applying, it is called a synthetic key. So you just know that one. If someone is using this one, a number, email address, what as a primary key, what kind of key is using? Is using natural key. So we have even other types of key like a foreign key and others. Katika nsubire mutegedde point ya just primary key and using how which field do we put primary key. That is the only point I want you to note about. Obate bitegese nga muddamu era nga tuddamu talk about it.
Fisho ojja kukiddamu abo tutugiremu katono briefly.
Okay, let me go to this is design view. So to come into we're designing a table yo, first know which kind of business you're gonna design about. Kuba data go gendo collecting which is talking about which business. If you hear nga you are designing for Global Institute, it means we are expecting you kubanga ogenda kuba into chebaita ekigendo distincting over take out difference between one and the others. So what twagala chebaita unique identifier, what we do until we select what we call, we can rename it to any. Or is gamba student name, a student ID, when the cheat and register over registration ID, over in the cheat and rig number, any number over student number, over file number. Gwe field name oyinza ogishiname nga oyagala, but just note ekyo kyo name is kigenda kuyambako ku identifying oba ku take out difference between others obutakola repetition as you are entering data. Nti waba Yazid ono Yazid yegundi. However much waliwo Yazid omulala, it means they are different people. I'm not talking about the first Yazid. So what am I gonna use to identify the first Yazid and the second Yazid? Nti I'm gonna assign ekigenda okubaawula. How? I'll give them ID. Ntona ID eri number 1 because ya soko jeninga. I give him one number 1. Oba ya single performing era njamu number 1. Always wemba ndifanyinga number 1 njalu tegeza Yazid oli sitegeza oli. Tegeza there are two, but I'm differentiating them because using a number. So that is the importance of this first field launch. In most cases, obo kwa business, obo kwa project, olina okuba ine kyegenda identifying either your item over people over something you're dealing over, you are correcting that over your using. Kyonna kyokuyogerako always olina okuba ine kyegenda identifying that project or that data. Kansibire ekyo kiri clear. Kati omala kitegeera, it means nti that column ejja kuba mu ekigenda identifying. Eyo ojja gifuula ojja assigning-ako kye bayita primary key. What is a primary key? A primary key egenda kubanga tool oba kye bayita nga erulu egenda okuba ku eyo field egamba nti muno mweno field saagala kulabamu waba wandiise nti number 1 saagala kulabamu number 1 ate anywhere. Number 1 ojja giwandika for once and well and for once and good. Ojja togenda kugiraba somewhere else. Woba wandise number 1 nti Yazid number 1 ajja kuba number 1. Number 2 yegundi ajja kuba number 2. Number 3 yegundi ajja kuba number 3. Number 4 yegundi togenda kuddamu nti ate number 2 ate muzeemu ate number 3 ate nzeemu number 3 one number 3 wagula ate number 3 eri once nedda. Access nga yo tegenda chikize era onagezako tipinga ejja kuleetanga business warnings nga ezibadde zirabika nga tekukiriza saving nga tovaawo until you realize nti I messed up. I have to do something and I don't want to do repetition. That is the importance of how to use primary key and how to make ID or how to make a field name okubanga egenda kuyambako ku identifying different over distincting or differentiating different items or different persons over different maybe numbers of certain project. kyekyoka kyenjaga mutegeeremu. So bw'oba omaze okufuna ID kitegeeza nti oba ogenda kukozesa ID nga toyagala kukozesa autonumber, nibagambe nti kino data type gye bayita autonumber yo kyekuyambako okuyamba just ekuyambako nti togenda kwemenya nti ogenda kuwandika typinga number 1 number 2 number 3. No, you don't need to type yo kasona selecting data type as autonumber. Ekigambo nga we kiri auto nti zo zennyini zigenda kweteekawo ye kyegenda ejja kugamba nti number bw'ogenda kuteekawo linnya just like here tulina autonumber. So wengenda mu data view data sheet view nga ntandise okwentalinga data kineetagisa kujja n'okuwandika 5. No, mpandika wandika linnya eriddako maybe this guy wenyiga down ejja kuleeta namba eddako wemala okutypinga ng'ereeta eddako etegera nti oyo omumazi oyo simuddamu wootu wenjagala okuddamu nkuwandika no namba 8 ninzija ano nti njagala kuwandika like number 1 tegenda kunzikiriza tegenda kukkiriza namba. I'm trying to type but you will not allow me because they got a repetition, because specifically this one student ID we assigned it to be primary key. It will not allow us to do duplicate or it will not to repeat anything. Kyekyoka kyenjaga mutegeere. So ekibuuzo kiri oba kisobola okwebuuza nti wano singa saagala okulaba namba 2 namba 3 nga nze nina specific ID ng'ezange ng'omuntu oba ng'eza company oba nga ki nakyo kisoboka. But how? You just come to design view. When you go to design view, instead of selecting data type as auto number, you can select number. Woba oyagala kukozesa namba zo nga gwe ng'olina namba zo mweyagala otandika nti oba njagala atandika ku 1000 onasooka atagebe nti 1000 1001 1002 nga wote oyagala ogenda osobola okukozesa namba oselectinga namba oba osobola okukozesa short text olw'ensonga nti gwe oyagala kukozesa nti namba ni leeta oba leeta ni namba nti T11 T3 T12 T like that kyekyoka kyejagala kansubira ekyo kitegerekese.
Ate kyansaba kunziriramuko kaawo
kuwa specifically
short text wogambye nti nno osobola okukyusa n'ogamba oba T11 T sawo sitegeddewo nsaba kunziriramu kati.
Okay, ekyo tugenda kiraba. Let me see whether it can allow. So